Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to look a little bit at Scottish culture. So as you can see, I am dressed in my Scottish gear, that's why. So we'll look at tartan and kilts, which I have on just now, the bagpipes, celebrations, and then a little bit about the languages. Let's start about tartan and kilt. So let's look at a little photo. So as you'll see, the kilt is the full name. I'm wearing a small one. Mine's is a ladies version, so it's not like the complete as a kilt is traditionally for a man. So you'll see the little thing that comes at the front is called a sporran, and that's because kilts don't have pockets. So it's used to put coins, money, or anything that you would usually put in your pockets. At the bottom, in the socks, it's called a scian-dubh, it's a Gaelic word, which is a little dagger, a knife. So if you think that's probably traditionally like in the past, where men were fighting a lot and in case they had to protect themselves, that's why they have the knife. So tartan, as you can see on my kilt and scarf, there are two different kinds of tartan. So tartan is like the print, the design where you have different lines going horizontally and vertically, and you have different colours. So historically in Scotland, each clan, a clan is like a big family, had their own tartan, so someone could identify with that clan or their family by wearing that specific type of tartan. Nowadays, of course, kilt wearing isn't so common. Men usually wear it to weddings, graduations, KILTS, which is a celebration, we'll talk about it later. But in the past, it was something so much more, as I said, it identified with your family clan. So now let's have a little look about. So the name for the instrument is literally because it has the part of the bag and the pipe, so that's the name. Of course, you can find bagpipes in other countries, but it's particularly well known from Scotland because it has a lot to do with the Gaelic culture from the Scottish Highlands. So we've used it in Scottish music and in Scottish celebrations for centuries, and this is still true today. So if you go to a traditional Scottish party, you're definitely likely to see someone playing the bagpipes. At one of the traditional Scottish parties is called a céilidh. So a céilidh is the Gaelic word for like a party or gathering. So in these gatherings, you'll go with friends or families to dance and socialise and have fun. So men, of course, as you will imagine, will wear the kilt with the sporran, scian-dubh, and all of that. In women, nowadays it's a little bit different, but women can wear traditional kind of dresses with tartan as well. But sometimes you'll see women just wearing like a normal kind of dress. So in a céilidh, the idea is to dance the traditional Scottish music. Don't worry if you're a beginner, not very good. At the beginning of each song, there's always someone who reminds you or teaches you the moves or the steps, and then everyone does it together. So it's really fun, as you can imagine. There's lots of whiskey and things like that. So that's called a céilidh. Also in Scotland, there are three official languages. Of course, English and Gaelic, which comes from the Scottish Highlands, and Scots. Let's have a look at some examples. Aichin Highland, Hogmanay, New Year. Kaimera Who, how's it going? How are you? Tirin Drazda, Tiri the New, goodbye. So as you'll see, Scottish Gaelic is completely different to English. That's because it's a Celtic language, which doesn't have any close relation. Whereas Scots, as you see, just from the examples we looked at, some of the words are the same, some can be quite different. That's because Scots derived from Middle English, but then took like its own path, while English, in English itself, took another path. So in Scotland we have those three languages. Nowadays, very few people speak Gaelic. However, there is a revival by the Scottish Government with Gaelic schools, as you saw in the photo. They put up signs in English and Gaelic as well. And Scots is something more informal, which is spoken, which is very much alive, especially where I'm from in Glasgow. A lot of people see it more as slang, so that's not really good. But again, there's a revival for that as well, and you can get some literature in Scots and things like that. Okay, so that was just a few things to show you about the Scottish culture. I hope you enjoyed. In a previous video, I spoke about traditional Scottish food and drinks, so if you're interested in that, you can check out another video. And I've spoken about Scottish education and Parliament in other videos as well. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about the traditional culture. Okay, I hope